Following breaking news this afternoon in Manhattan, the NYPD responding to a massive out-of-control crowd gathering right now in Union Square Park. You see it right there. This is where a social media influencer told his followers that he's giving away PlayStations. NewsCopter 7 and Shannon Sohn live over that scene with the breaking details. Shannon?
Yeah, and we have been watching this crowd for the better part of a half an hour now. It is Kai Cenat, who is a Twitch streamer, that announced yesterday on Twitch that he was going to come to Union Square at 4 o'clock this afternoon to give away free PlayStations. And the scene that you're seeing right now is what we have been seeing develop over and over again. From what we understand, he has some 20 million followers across his social media platforms, and it literally appears like all of them have come out to Union Square Park to take part in this and see if they can get themselves a free PlayStation. In actuality, there's several thousand people here, but there's several thousand people strong. And when we first got on the scene, there were maybe 30 police officers here. So we're going to bring you down to 14th Street. This is all happening on the south side of Union Square Park, and you can see police have made a barricade across 14th Street, essentially shutting down traffic to keep people safe, because people have been throwing things at each other as well as at police in the street. So this has become a very dangerous situation. And as we show you what it looks like inside Union Square Park, you see all that looks like debris on the ground. There was construction happening near the 14th Street station here, and there was paint cans as well as buckets, all sorts of construction equipment that was being thrown about. So you see the paint in the street there, and at the station where that roof, the gazebo, is covering it, we had people actually climbing onto the top. Police actually got control of that portion of the crowd, but we also had people up on the statue here at the south side of the park. And in fact, you can see they have overtaken this once again. This is normally completely barricaded off, but the crowd here is just taking over the area. So police picking and choosing what they are dealing with here, but a massive crowd, several thousand people strong, unruly at times, and at times we're seeing them run randomly in different directions. So we'll bring up Street Spotter 7 here so you can see. If you are on the east side of Union Square Park, you've got the cars literally swarmed by people there. Same thing happening occasionally on the west side, but 14th Street essentially closed off as police tried to gain the upper hand on this massive crowd. Again, Kai Cenat, a Twitch streamer, saying he was going to show up at 4 o'clock. It is now 4:02. We have not seen him yet, but to give away free PlayStations, and that is what caused this massive crowd. It was announced yesterday. He reminded people on Instagram today that he was coming at 4, and police really trying to gain the upper hand on this situation. For now, they've got 14th Street closed. Police aviation overhead as well, trying to help with the crowd control, but massive crowds, and they are swarming into different areas and then spreading out sporadically throughout Union Square Park. But look, imagine what it would be like if you were in this car and you were trying to travel south on the east side of Union Square, and you are just swarmed by people. So if you can avoid this area, do it at all costs. This is a dangerous situation with people that are completely out of control. Reporting live over Union Square Park, Shannon Sohn, Channel 7. Eyewitness News.
Shannon, we do want to stay with you for a few minutes. We understand that Kai Cenat is actually live streaming on Instagram from the center of that crowd down there, which is probably why we saw all of a sudden that crowd suddenly converge when we went to you at the top of our show. But we have been seeing for the better part of about a half hour, 40 minutes, we think that's him in the bright green, all the way in the center there. But that is a very dangerous situation, considering how many people there and the force of that crowd moving along. And you can see he's kind of encouraging them.
Yeah, you know, he's encouraging them, and I'm a little bit worried about all of this in general, because before he even got here, the crowd was really converging on each other, and it would break out into a bit of a fight. Every time a crowd got really close to each other, things would start to get thrown, they would back away, and then they would come back together again. Now, regardless of what's happening here, he's saying he's giving away PlayStations. I doubt he has PlayStations for all these people, if he has any at all. So what's going to happen when 1 or 2 or 10, I don't know how many he's giving away, but however many he's giving away are given away, and people are going away empty-handed. That's also going to be another factor in this. But anytime you get a crowd together like this, where it's not planned really far in advance and something big is happening, they're getting downright rowdy down below, and there's just not enough police officers to control the crowd. And what you see, like, you're right, I think that is him right in the middle of your picture, but we've seen this happen several times. We're just going to bring the camera out for a minute. You see him, and you're right, streaming on social media, you see his arm going up with his phone, but you've got another crowd off to the right side, so they might be wondering where he is, if he's even there yet. But this is an enormous crowd and just not nearly as many police officers as there are people here in Union Square.
And we should probably mention one of the reasons there's likely not more police officers on site is because they had no idea this was not a planned event. I mean, unless you were on social media paying attention to his post, they would know about this. And I suppose what they're doing now is trying to block that traffic on 14th Street, and they didn't have an opportunity to do so over there. I think that's Park Avenue South that runs along the eastern side of Union Square there. So Shannon, the suggestion to anyone that's going to be traveling through that part of Manhattan, oh, and these are pictures on the ground we're looking at right now, the rowdy crowd. We said earlier that their interaction with police was not what you would like to see. They appear to be throwing objects at the officers that are on the scene. The challenge right now is to try and get a hold of that crowd, get some control of that crowd, and make some sense of it.
Right. And you could see the police were really overwhelmed in those moments as they were throwing things at them, and you could see police retreat. The interesting thing, and the question I think many people are wondering now, is what is police strategy going to be right now in terms of trying to control this unwieldy crowd that they were caught off guard? It's clearly not a permitted event that they were able to prepare for. This is something that it's like a flash mob that just suddenly appeared.
Yeah, this literally looks like a flash mob here, and I just want to show you, before, just a few minutes ago, we showed you those cars parked, or actually not parked, they are trying to get through Union Square East, and now not only are they stopped, which is what we showed you before, but now there are people actually standing on top of those cars. So these are people that were caught literally, as you said, in a flash mob, and now people are standing on their cars, and this is exactly the kind of thing that police officers are trying to gain control of, because this has just become a dangerous situation at this point. And as this crowd really starts to come around Kai Cenat, you're going to see that this crowd off to the right side is going to start to merge in with that crowd in the middle. And all of that is happening on the southeast side of Union Square Park. So that's 14th Street here in the middle of your picture. And all of these cars were just trying to cross over 14th Street. Now, as much as police have been overwhelmed, we've also caught glimpses of them trying to sort of soothe people that sort of got stuck in the middle of this. We saw one police officer trying to guide a bicyclist through this to get him out of harm's way, while all the while some people in the crowd were throwing water bottles and buckets at the police officers. But